Hey, what's up, guys? It's Money Monday, actually.
Monday.
Yeah, it's Money Monday. See, I'm already thinking about the
It
money.
is money.
Guys, we're here with Miguel from Dollar Cost Crypto. We're here with Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. We got a great show for you guys. These are the crypto experts that we told y'all about. Let's get into it, baby.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the FreshandFit Podcast. We got two special guests in the house. Charlie from Cultivate Crypto and Miguel from Dollar Cost Crypto, guys. It is Money Monday, and I am super excited for this. Quick few announcements, guys, before we get into the show. Patreon.com/FreshFit. Get all the behind-the-scenes content, me kicking out annoying girls, fitness questions, dating questions, everything there, Instagram. And also some crypto stuff as well that we got over there, which obviously comes from these guys. Also, guys, check us out on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Every single platform you guys listen to podcasts, we are there. Just make sure you wear headphones so you don't get in trouble. Also, get the merch, FreshandPodcastStore.com. Also, we got another YouTube channel. It's called Fresh Fit Clips. Fresh has a YouTube channel called Freshman CEO where he does vlogs. And then I got my Fedit channel where I break down cases. I broke down the Casanova case yesterday. It's doing really well. A lot of you guys enjoyed that one.
32K views.
Yeah, already. Yeah.
So
that channel is growing really fast. And I guess there's no one else on the internet is breaking down criminal cases like that from a former Fed's perspective. So after this show, guys, go check it out if you guys want to see. I give a little bit of a history of the Bloods and how it started in New York and all that other stuff. So we break it down on a molecular level. And then also, Chris, you want to tell them real quick about your Twitch stuff and the girls that want to come on?
Guys, follow me on Twitch and Aaron Pogson. This weekend I did a pre-stream show for my gaming channel. So shout out to you guys. And I did a walkthrough of the Brickle just now. So we out here, Merch Gang. Happy Monday. And ladies, if you want to go into our show, DM me and Aaron C. Pogson on IG. Make sure your page is not privated and you have photos. We out here. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're late because of this dude. So
I
7:30?
Yeah, dude.
7:30?
I need every sleep, man.
This nigga, man.
These girls, man.
So yeah, guys. But anyway, without further ado, man, we got Charlie from Cultivate Crypto and Miguel in the fucking house. What's up, guys?
Hey man, how's it going?
Happy to have you guys here, man. And I guess I'll do a quick little thing on how me and Charlie met, and then I'm going to turn it to them, and you guys can get to know who they are. Because they might be new faces to you guys. Long story short, I met Charlie through John from Modern Life Dating. As you guys know, John was here about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did a fantastic
Awesome
episode.
interview.
One of the best interviews we've done, guys, where we talked about, masculinity, the state of the West, dealing with women, mental mental game, dealing with like inner game, like, getting your mind right. And it was a great show. And I met Charlie through John's network, the Masculine Empowerment Network. Shout out to them. And Charlie was actually he's the reason I got into cryptocurrency. John told me, hey, you need to start getting into cryptocurrency. Talk to my guy, Charlie. Me and Charlie had a consultation about 2 years ago, right, Charlie, at this point?
Yeah, I think it was around like Christmas, New Year's of 2019. Yeah.
Yeah. And I bought my first part of Bitcoin. Exactly. And then I just kept buying up Bitcoin. And then I started buying Ethereum. And every crypto move I've made, guys, was thanks to Charlie. And Charlie is responsible for me, pretty much 5xing my portfolio. And then through Charlie, I met Miguel, who's also incredibly bright when it comes to cryptocurrency and, really makes great predictions on what coins are going to explode, etc. So I'm really happy to have you guys here. These guys are my secret weapon when it comes to cryptocurrency. They also help Fresh as well. So I'm sharing it with y'all, man. But without me going too much on a rant.
I got to it too, man.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're in LA, right? We just finished the No Jumper podcast. He gets a alert or a telegram from Charlie or Miguel talking about coins to get. And he showed me his portfolio. I was like, bro, holy crap. This thing is booming, right? So I'm like, yo, how do I get involved with it? He said, Charlie was like, yo, buy Ethereum.
Yeah.
And ever since that day, man, my money has doubled. So shout out to Charlie and Miguel, because real talk, like everyone that's did the course and did their programs have either 10x or triple their money. So it's crazy.
I bought like 10 Ethereum when it was at 1,800 at the direction of Charlie. And and now you guys see it. It's even though it's dipping, it's still around $3,000. So
hey man, that paid for this watch actually.
So with that said, man, without further ado, Charlie, can you introduce yourself, and then Miguel, and we're going to turn it to you guys.
Yeah, definitely. So hey, my name's Charlie from Cultivate Crypto, YouTube, and Twitter as well, if anybody wants to go follow. Basically, I've been in cryptocurrency since early 2017. Ethereum was the first coin that I bought, but I'm obviously we do this thing called being crypto agnostic, meaning we don't necessarily love any particular coins that we get into. We just want to basically make as much money as possible in this market. So I got in just like everybody else in 2017. The market was going up. I looked at crypto for a while, but never really thought about it too deeply. And then I was like, yeah, I should try this out. So I bought maybe $1,000 worth of Ethereum back in May of 2017 at $90. And then of course it immediately goes down from $90 to $70. I'm like, damn, all right, well, maybe I lost that money. And then about 2 months later, Ethereum was at $400 per coin. And so I basically Forexed my money in 2 months. I was like, holy shit, I got to understand this stuff a little bit better. Right. And so then I just fell down the rabbit hole, and every day since then I've been studying crypto for hours upon hours. And so that's where me and Miguel basically really just hit it off. Is man, we're both crypto degens. We jump into this stuff and we just want to understand it as much as possible, because it is the best money making opportunity within this decade, hands down.
Facts.
Real estate is great and everything, and there's other assets as well that will do okay for you. But I mean, out here in crypto, one thing we'll tell you guys about today, you can literally get hundreds of percent in yield or interest on coins. So there's coins that we're in right now that we're getting 2, 3, 4, 500% per year compounding on those coins. And like most markets, you barely get 2%. So it's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, that's the basics of what we do, or how we got into the game.
I want to just add to that real quick from what you said about real estate. Guys, you guys know I bought 7 properties last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm really big into real estate.
Mm-hmm.
But for me to not acknowledge the power of crypto and how it's going to be the future, and it's volatile, but that volatility means there's a lot of opportunity. Real estate is a nice, safe bet. But guys, don't be one of these investors that's I'm all in on only one thing. Yeah. You need to be diversified. I got silver, I got real estate, I got crypto, I'm going to get into stocks this year. So you got to be diversified, guys. So if you don't know anything about crypto, today is the day where you're going to learn. And don't worry, guys, we're going to answer questions as well during the show. But yeah, that's something very important, guys, because I know a lot of you guys are more traditional investors. You want to play safe. You want to go with the stock market, real estate, etc., maybe precious metals. If you're not getting into cryptocurrency in today's day and age, you're stupid, because Bitcoin was the best performing asset in 2021. That's a fact. Okay.
And it was a boring year for Bitcoin. It wasn't even a great year.
Yeah. And that was kind of like a regular year. So guys, crypto is the future, whether you want to accept it or not. Obviously, have your real estate, have your precious metals, whatever. But if you're not in cryptocurrency, quite frankly, with all due respect, you're pretty stupid. But Miguel, what about you?
Hold on real quick. I'm out here networking, right? I'm in the fields outside in Miami. And you know who's spending the money? Niggas in crypto. And also, who's taking a girl? Niggas in crypto. So I'm going to say, man, get in crypto, man, because it's going to save your life. So there you go.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Miguel.
Well, yeah, my name is Miguel, and I run a channel called Dollar Cost Crypto. Just like Charlie, I started in late 2016. And basically, the first cryptocurrency I ever bought was Litecoin. I bought it at $4 and rode it all the way up to 420. Literally, no lie. And then obviously went through the crash in 2017, stuck around through 2018 and 2019, and essentially bought the bottom right there on BTC and Ethereum at $80 and $3,000 on BTC. Oh. And just been in the market the entire time along with Charlie. And I met Charlie through John, just like you guys. And we just started doing a cryptocurrency Sunday show called Moon Gang, and we would do it every Sunday on Charlie's channel. And then we did that for almost damn near 2 years now. And then one day we were just like, why don't we just teach this stuff? We're always teaching people all the time. There's got to be a more effective way to do this. So we came up with the crypto mindset course, and it's been a really wild ride. We've gotten people into cryptocurrencies that they never would have gone into, and they've made them like unbelievable returns and stuff with like Hex, Alluvium, Ethereum, BTC, everything under the sun and stuff. And honestly, it's one of the things I'm most proud of, because without the crypto mindset course, I know for a fact most people that we onboarded would not have been at the level that they're at right now without it.
And I want to say this real quick too. The one thing I absolutely love about you guys is you guys do not have an allegiance to any coin. You're not out here trying to tell people, buy this coin, buy that coin, whatever. You guys just study the market, say, hey, this coin's on the up and up, etc. You guys don't have any type of weird allegiance to anything. You guys are 100% in the middle and about getting people their money. You guys, and here's the thing, they don't want to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell y'all niggas. They've made several millionaires. Several. They've made several people millionaires, guys, off of just telling them, hey, these are the coins to look out for, etc., helping guys boost up their portfolio. So these guys are, when it comes into investing in cryptocurrency, they keep emotions out of it. Matter of fact, Charlie tells me all the time, don't buy off emotion. Don't watch the charts too much. You know what I'm saying? Just buy, hold, whatever it is, because that's my personal strategy. But can you guys give the people, because we have a lot of people in here that might not know anything about cryptocurrency. And guys, well, I'll go to the super chats right after this thing. But can you guys give them a general overview about what cryptocurrency is and how it's used?
Yeah, definitely. One quick point on top of what you just said there as well is we don't also, we're coin agnostic, like you said, right? We don't have an allegiance to any particular coin. But then also we don't take paid sponsorships. There's a lot of people in crypto who basically just sell themselves out every single day. They basically get people wrecked for, a few bucks from these different crypto companies, right? We only talk about stuff that we actually believe in, stuff that we will invest in personally. And then, we sell our own products. So we make sure to make our own products so that we don't have to be reliant on other, people within crypto. So self-reliance is something that we highly preach. And I think is kind of, one of the rare things in this industry. But yeah, just like basics of what crypto is, right? So it's money that, basically you own and control if you choose to, right? I think a lot of money in the world today is owned by the banks, owned by, centralized entities. And they're manipulating the shit out of everything. And yeah, is some stuff manipulated in crypto? Of course, in every market, there's going to be manipulation going on, but at least you can have full ownership if you choose to custody your crypto in a wallet that you control. You have full control of that, and you can move that money across borders anywhere in the world without anybody stopping you, because it's basically at the end of the day, what cryptocurrency is it's encrypted code. It's just a bunch of letters and numbers that represent value, and it's like what represents value in quote unquote real money in like the USD or the US dollar. It's faith in government. Here, it's faith in code essentially, and so for some people that might be a very new concept. And so there are books that you guys can go and read to kind of get up on that. One of the best books in terms of like within the crypto space about that is, what was that book by Safedine? Miguel, I forgot the name. Oh, the Bitcoin Standard.
Yeah.
I just lost my train of thought there. So if you go and take a look at the Bitcoin Standard, it explains a lot of that. Another book that I recommend people go out there and like, if you're into audiobooks, it's probably the best way to do this is a book called The Sovereign Individual. So like, it's all about, crypto's all about self-sovereignty, control of your own money, understanding, how the game has been rigged for people in most societies for thousands of years. This is the first money in human history that basically people can start controlling it. It's money for the people, by the people. And so, that's the basics of, I guess, the ideology behind crypto. All
right. Miguel, did you want to add anything to that?
No, man, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Charlie has that joint memorized down packed. Okay, I'll hit some of these super chats. Oh, go ahead, Fresh. I'll hit the chats, and then we'll get into the next part, which we're going to talk about the current market, how it is. Okay, so we got Tony Stromboli. Hey, for Fed, have you heard of Ed Calderon? Was counter narcotics for the Mexican government, was on Rogan and Tim a year ago, could make a fire show with you. All right, I'll definitely look into it. P. Willie, $10. Moon Gang, thank you so much, P. Willie. We got $5 from Roberto Moreno. Question for the crypto guys: which crypto can you give? It can give me a 10 to 100x return in the next 2 to 3 months. Got you. Don't worry. We will give you guys coins to look out for.
Yep.
$5 from Ricky Webster. I love my Fresh and Fit family, and much respect to Charlie and Miguel. French toast props to do. Thank you so much, Ricky Webster. Ricky in the building. Pop Tart Ravioli. Mom said Charlie had the same haircut when they first met. Miss you, Pops. Remember when you promised to buy me a Lambo when I turn 18? Okay. $10 from Just Invest Today. Is Coinbase the best app for people getting into crypto? Is there a big advantage of using Coinbase? Fantastic question. We're going to talk about interfaces to use to purchase crypto. Don't worry about that.
Wait, Charlie, you got kids?
No. I ain't getting into that right now.
Alex, $5. Do you trade crypto or buy and hold like stocks and earn money? Is Robinhood the platform to use? Don't worry, that we'll answer that one as well. But me and Fresh, buy and hold. But we're going to talk about the different strategies that you can use as well. Great questions, by the way, guys. And that's from Just Invest today. And then we got $10 from Wisdom Not TV. Happy Monday, fellas. Question: I have about 30K in savings and 20K in my crypto portfolio. Should I do anything with my savings? And what is the best way to diversify my portfolio to grow? We'll talk about that as well. Excellent question. We're going to talk about your,
what you can
the different cryptos what you can do. AAL, $20. These are the live streams that need to be viewed more. We got to step it up, men. Girls are cool and fun, but this is value that can be used for a lifetime. Absolutely.
Facts,
but hey, the Money Mondays, people don't care. So all the smart people are here right now doing this so that we can get the money. Everyone else wants to look at titties and stuff, and that's fine. But at some point, you got to get your money on point. Then we got $10. Jeremy Levine. I found Charlie and Miguel last year, and it is unreal the amount of knowledge I have gained. These guys are one-of-a-kind mentors in the crypto industry. You 4 people have changed my life. Thank you. Absolutely, guys, because these guys don't sit here and try to sell you a single coin. They keep the integrity high and tell you out, hey, this coin is good, this coin's shitty, blah, blah, blah. They have no vested interest in selling you a particular coin, which is very powerful in today's day and age, because a lot of people are, getting paid by a certain coin. Hey, buy this, buy this.
They're biased.
It's like, nah, yeah. So Keem chillin'. What do you think about Crowcoin and Cardano? Don't worry, good question. Chris is making a note of these questions.
Team, man.
I thank you so much. Isaac Hernandez, my first super chat for both Charlie and DCC. Man, listen to these guys. They're extremely knowledgeable. Hop into their course. It's worth every dollar. If you want to take control of your financial future, these are the guys. Facts. $10. King Darius. Do not use Coinbase. They took $300 from me last week when I tried to cash out and will not reimburse me. Crypto.com is safer to use at the moment to me. Don't worry about it. We will talk about platforms here in a second. Steve Nelson. Get Richard Hart, founder of X, as a guest. One of the most knowledgeable people in crypto by far. Shout out to DCC. Crypto Mindset course changed my life. Okay, we'll think about that. Right. Hollywood Superfly. Hey, Wizards, do you think Danielle Sesta and Andrew Cronji will be launching the VE33 on FTM or AVAX? Okay, we'll save that one for later.
For Charlie and them?
Yeah, that's definitely a question for them. Jab Crow, thoughts on Harmony, Stellar, and ETH2? Okay, make a note of that one too, Chris. Charlie, Miguel, can you get these guys to make 1 million subscriber here NFT tickets for the next party? And that's for Dom.
Ooh,
maybe.
That's interesting.
And then I think this is the last one we got here. Chris, can you go up to the top? Oh, okay. Cam Jafar. I started my self-improvement journey watching FNF and started my crypto journey with Charlie and Miguel. All I can say is that if you aren't enrolled in the crypto mindset course, have fun staying poor. FNF, we out here. And shout out to Cam. He was living with his mom, unemployed, and now he's killing it.
Yep.
A year ago, guys. A year ago. Okay, Jab Crow, thoughts on... No, read that one, Chris.
No, I'll just copy it.
Okay, and then why crypto plummets every time the stock market plummets? Shouldn't crypto be antidote? And that's $10 from Volcano. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. And then Anthony Jefferson, where do you project DOT? Okay, we got that coming soon as well.
Tap 2.
They're dog dealers. They got addicted to Hex. It's crack for your wallet, and that's tap 2. And then is mining dead from Yaro Ahmed? We're going to talk about that as well. And then Dada Dream Chaser, what do you think about BAT, Basic Attention Token? So, man, Chris is going to make a note of all these questions, guys, and we're going to answer them throughout the course of the show.
Big one.
And at the end, and then the last one here.
Telcar.
$200. Give you a fucking Don DeMarco for that one. I know you guys get this sort of shilling all the time, but only once in a while an opportunity comes across like what Alpha Brain Capital brings to the table. FAAS is the future and ABCDAO is leading the pack.
I heard about that before.
Yeah. Okay. But all right. Thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Cool. All right. So I guess what we could do is, you guys want to talk about the overview of the coins, or you guys want to talk about the current market first?
I guess current market and then overview of coins would make the most sense.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Take it away, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Cryptos. I think last here's the one thing about the course that we basically have baked into the design, right? Every time that we come out with the course, and it is once per quarter on average that we're trying to do here in the bull market, but basically we try to time, not necessarily like time this exactly, but like we prepare each quarter during a time that the market's relatively down, right? I think most people, they want to try to sell a course, they want to try to sell their product at the market highs and stuff like that. We want to do the opposite, because when people come into our course, we want to make sure they're getting discounts, they're getting deals and stuff like that. So The course basically is out right now. Obviously, the link is in your description.
Top.
Yep, in the top there. And then we have that available until the 16th, and the webinars are from the 21st of December to the 31st of December. But anyways, we've been doing this now since September of 2020, and every single quarter, right, is basically the way that this plays out is we get a dip, we do the webinars, people get some good discounts. We got about 2.5 months of upwards action. People hopefully take profits, or at least take some of their original money back out. And then dips, basically another dip comes, and then we rinse, repeat, because this market right now is the 2017 bull market was run by retail, which is just basically your normal average everyday investor or trader. And then in terms of this market, we have a lot of VCs, venture capitalists, and a lot of institutions that have a lot of money, like different funds from the traditional market, but as well as the crypto market, that are really moving the prices. And so at the end of last year, right, it's the end of the fiscal year. So in December, everything was starting to dip. I think Bitcoin, right, was at $69,000 at mid to late November.
Yep.
And then now is what, like $40,000, basically hit $39,000 a little bit yesterday. And so, it's a significant dip, right? But it's very similar to when we came on your guys' show last summer. I think it was June of last year.
Yes, it was.
Those guys who got into the crypto mindset course during that dip, for like 6 months after that, Bitcoin went from 30K to 69K.
Yep.
And Ethereum went from
as well. Yeah. Because I remember buying it at 1,800, and then it went all the way up to like 36, almost 4,000.
So basically, using a strategy of buy low and then sell high.
Yeah. And you don't even have to, like, the other thing that we preach as well is, my channel's name is Cultivate Crypto. It's like mainly compounding your coins. So we'll talk a little bit about yield and interest rates here in crypto that are extremely favorable to people. And so if you're in a coin that has a very favorable amount of interest, you can compound your coins so much that even though the market goes down to some extent, you're like basically still up like a 3x on your money. And you're continuing to get more coins. So in that case, you don't really care about the volatility quite as much. So we have a bunch of different strategies. That's why we call it crypto mindset, to basically get people in the right mindset, the right frame of mind, to continually have some of that passive income going, have some of that active income going when if you sell some of the tops, and continue to find ways to make money in this market. I think probably right now, the way that people have been looking at 2021 is basically, well, Bitcoin didn't do anything, right? It on January 8th of 2021, Bitcoin was $41,800. And then on the same date this year, it was $41,800. It's like, but during that time, if you compounded your coins and you took some of your original money off the table, you had plenty of opportunities to make money. But 2021, in my opinion, was an accumulation year where the price is kind of ranging, in a certain area, and it's an accumulation. Right now, the downtrend, the way that I view it, is that it is a consolidation period within a bull market, meaning, the prices may be down for several months, but that's a time to be getting more. And so the Moon Gang, which is the shows that we do on Sunday, and what we call basically our followers, those guys, they're in the mindset of, man, like the opportunity for this dip doesn't come around very often. So when it does, right, I want to make sure that I have some cash set aside, that I have my side hustle going so that I can have more cash to put in. And one of the cool things about crypto as well, when it comes to like the way the market is currently, is it really motivates you to go out there and make as much as you can, like get your side hustle going, get all these, be an entrepreneur to some extent, and start, basically drumming up more cash, because there's always, whenever a good dip comes around, you don't want to let that go to waste.
Right.
I don't know if you want to add anything else to that, Market Miguel, but
I mean, and then I mean the one thing too that I wanted just to add real quick is basically during that accumulation year of 2021, it was one of the longest altcoin runs of all time as well.
Facts.
It was insane. We had Solana, Phantoms, Hex. We had all the top coins just do 10, 15 times multiples on it. at the very least, even if people caught the tail end of that, they were easily able to do triple or 5x their money, which is incredible and stuff. And that's not over yet. The bull market is still here. We're just in the consolidation phase. The market's being a little more affected now by the regular tax season, because since this cycle is basically more of a VC cycle where more institutional investors are coming in.
What's a VC cycle mean?
VC cycle means it basically means it's big money. It's Silicon Valley money. Mm-hmm. You have bank money. People like Fidelity and stuff are investing in. So it's sort of it kind of adds a little bit of kind of like boomer rules.
Okay.
To the space basically. So usually what ends up happening at the end of the year, normally in a crypto market, December is a very bullish month. Mm-hmm. But because what's going on right now is we're getting so much institutional money right now. These institutional funds, they invest money in January, February, March, and then they make a ton of profit. And then around November, December, they take profits because they want to lock in their bonuses.
Got you.
And then once the year rolls over, they're almost all cash. And then they start buying up in January, February, March, and rinse and repeat. And this is what they do in the equities market, basically. And we're getting a piece of that right now in crypto. It's sort of a weird sort of limbo, sort of brackish water zone that we're in right now. But it's temporary because a lot of these people are going to start retiring pretty soon, and it's going to end up converting back into a regular crypto market and everything. So we're more than likely also, we're going to get a little sell-off sometime around tax season as well. It just ends up happening. But what's so beautiful about that is because they're investing all this money in right now, as well as we are. That means that later on, we're going to get a giant retail boom as well, like we did in 2017, which was insane. I mean, like anything you would touch would just instantly go up, 50, 100 times on your capital, which is pretty nice.
Gotcha. So you guys threw some terms out there that some of the audience might not be familiar with. So just to bring it back a little bit for those that might not know about crypto, or this is their first podcast tuning in learning about crypto, can you guys tell us what a bull market is versus a bear market? And then are we in a bull market right now or a bear market?
So it's just the trend. The bull market price go up, bear market price go down. Like we basically in crypto, like we like to have memes and stuff, and so we like oversimplify things like that just for fun. But yeah, basically bear market is like not good situation, right? And like the bull markets, you're making really good money. So and that's, it's good to have like a strong trend, because even in a bear market when things are going down, as long as you have that trend in place, you can still make money. When the trend is just choppy and there's nothing happening, that's when the opportunities start. There's not as much opportunity in that situation.
Cool. Okay. And as far as like, what do you guys think we're in a bull right now or a bear market?
So we're in what we call a consolidation period of a bull market, which means in a bull market, nothing goes in a straight line like forever, right? Okay. So whenever you go up to a certain extent, you have to people psychologically have to get used to certain prices before you can continue to go up. So kind of like when we were first getting you into Bitcoin, Myron, basically, right, it was like between, I think, like 6,800 and 10,500 for like the longest time, right?
Yeah.
And that area, people were just kind of getting used to that price, and for a couple of years, and then boom, Bitcoin goes to new all-time highs and stuff like that. So that's where we're doing now. It's basically we're doing that at like almost a 10 times higher value, than we were doing back then, right? So I guess you can kind of look at $40,000 Bitcoin as the new 4,000 for the most part.
Okay, fantastic. And so now that we know kind of what part of the market we're in, at a detailed perspective, can you guys break down some of the coins, and we can kind of go, I guess, from like the coins that are the most stable and then work our way down as far as how the market, based on the market? Sure.
Miguel, if you want to jump on
that.
that.
Sure. So, I mean, the most stable coin, obviously, other than just BTC, obviously, right, would be Ethereum. Ethereum is going to have an unbelievable year. It is something's going to happen to Ethereum called the merge. Basically, it's going to get rid of its proof of work mining algorithms and go straight to proof of stake, which I'll explain that in a minute. But basically, it's going to allow you to just earn a 5% yield on a single Ethereum.
Wow.
Which is really cool. So now just holding Ethereum starts generating you wealth, basically, which is really, really powerful. Another thing that happens during that time is Ethereum stops being inflationary and becomes deflationary. it starts burning about a 1 to 3 million Ethereum a year.
Damn.
It's pretty powerful. So we're going to get a nice little price increase on Ethereum, and we might even get a testing of the crown of where there's going to be quite a lot of talk about maybe Ethereum, beating Bitcoin in market cap possibly.
Wow.
It's the merge is happening in the next 6 months, so it's not right now, but basically in the late summer, we're going to get the merge as well as a couple other upgrades to Ethereum, and this could cause the price to rise pretty well on ETH. So right now, ETH is a screaming buy. We recommend buying Ethereum under $3,000, and you're getting a really great deal on Ethereum right now. It's a great deal. Going from there, right, we would start getting into coins like Hex, Solana, and Phantom as being the next kind of coins where you're going farther down into the risk curve, but they're relatively very safe coins. Hex is just a time value of money coin where you can stake it and earn about 40% APY on it by staking it anywhere from a year to 15 years. Solana is basically a different version of Ethereum. Basically, they're trying to be sort of an Ethereum killer where they're trying to make their own Ethereum network basically. And you can stake that coin and earn about 6 to 7% a year by staking it. And then Phantom is more of trying to be like an ally to Ethereum. It's basically an Ethereum clone as well, except what it does is it's a lot more faster. And what it's trying to do is take more riskier sort of upgrades ahead of Ethereum, and then basically kind of sharing developer talent between Ethereum and Phantom. Basically, Phantom has done fantastic this year, or last year, I should say. It basically went from about 30 cents to $3. Basically.
Oh wow! Holy shit! What's the code for Phantom, Miguel? What's the code?
I'm sorry. Oh, FTM.
FTM. Okay.
Yeah, FTM.
Take some notes, guys. You guys should be too. I'm taking goddamn notes right now.
Yeah, FTM is like basically at least 2x undervalued right now compared to where it should be in market cap.
And Miguel, you mentioned a stake, right? For anyone new that's watching, how do you stake your coin? What does that really mean?
Okay, so what that means is basically you're just kind of putting it in a it's basically like you're going to leave your coins either in the wallet or on the main website for a certain period of time. That's all it means. It means you're promising not to sell it. That's really all it is, really. And because you're promising not to sell it, here they start paying you a return, basically thank you for not selling your coins. Here's some money, and that's basically what it is. But every coin has a little bit of a different rule. Like something like a Solana, if you lock up your coins, it's like you're locked in for 7 days to unlock them. So anytime you wanted to sell it, you say, okay, unlock. It takes 7 full days before your coins are unlocked, and then you can sell them. Basically, we're like a Hex. You can stake it for a day, or you can stake it for 15 years, depending on how long you personally want to stake your coins out. And there's different strategies for that, basically.
So just so I have this right for the people out there, so Ethereum, Solana, Hex, and Phantom are coins that are built to stake, essentially, which is hold it for a period of time, and they reward you for holding the coin and pay you some kind of interest dividend back.
Yep.
Now here's my question on that. As you guys know, I have Solana and I have Polkadot, right? Thanks to you guys from your guys' advice, and quite a bit of Ethereum. How would someone be able to get interest back paid on Ethereum? Do they have to hold it on a certain exchange? How does that work, or when is this going to take place?
Yeah, for most people, they'll have to do it on a centralized exchange. There's Kraken, there's Celsius Network. Exchanges like this will pay you different percent yields on there. There's also KuCoin.com, KuCoin.com.
So Coinbase will not then?
I don't use Coinbase personally, so I'm not 100% sure. But Coinbase may do that for some coins. But I think those ones in particular are some of the better exchanges that I mentioned. And like
more time for the people, I'm actually writing them down too. So these are the exchanges. Some people asked here about Coinbase, all these different exchanges. Can you name out the ones that people should be looking at?
Yeah. There's Kraken, Kraken. There's KuCoin, KuCoin.com. There's FTX.com. There's also Gemini, which is based out of New York. So anybody in New York, they have a hell of a time sometimes getting into crypto. So Gemini is a super solid one for that. Any others that you'd like to recommend, Miguel?
Binance USA.
Binance USA. Okay.
Yeah, and then of course Coinbase and stuff. I personally never had a problem with Coinbase. Basically, it is the largest exchange in the United States. And well, FTX may be coming for their throne, but for right now they're pretty much King Kong right now in the space. But definitely a KuCoin account's very useful as well to be able for the international folks.
So I wrote this down: Kraken, KuCoin.com, FTX, Gemini, which is particular for New York, Binance, Crypto.com, and obviously you got the old one, which is Coinbase.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and Coinbase is like one of the easiest ones.
That's what I have it on. Stupid level for me, but
well, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Did you guys have anything else, or do you want me to just start hitting these questions?
Yeah. There's one more thing on Robinhood. I probably would highly recommend people not use Robinhood for cryptocurrencies. For stocks, it's fine. But for cryptocurrencies, cryptos really is about holding your own coins in your own wallet. And basically, when you buy it, even though it's very easy to buy it on Robinhood, you're essentially owning paper Bitcoin, paper Ethereum, paper Litecoin, and all these other coins on there, paper Doge, basically. And you're being robbed out of yield and returns you should be receiving for having custody of your coins. So if you're going to get into crypto, just buy it on Coinbase or Gemini, and then you can then withdraw those coins onto either a MetaMask or a Trezor. And then now you have all the options in the world. Now your money is in your control, not in someone else's.
Can you tell people what a MetaMask and a Trezor is, just for some people that might not know?
Yeah. So it's a MetaMask is basically the most popular browser wallet in the world. You can attach it to like a Chrome, basically, and it's basically an in-browser wallet where you can essentially transact in the Ethereum network, Solana and AVAX and Phantom, basically. And a Trezor or a Ledger is basically a hard wallet. It's basically a wallet with an extra level of security where for some reason, if someone got one of your passwords, they would need this additional password that gets randomized and changed all the time. And it'd be very, very hard for someone. They would have to essentially have your passwords and have access to a device in order to steal your money. So it's basically a way to really safeguard your long-term investments.
Bam. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. A lot of sauce here, guys. Like the goddamn video, man. You guys see why we brought them on the show. I was taking notes myself. I learn every time I have you guys on here. So I guess we could start going into some of these questions.
Yeah.
Because you guys had a bunch of questions. Unless Charlie and Miguel, you had anything else you kind of wanted to go over real fast?
Only one other thing I'd like to add to those coins. Like, there's a couple other coin opportunities we could talk about here down the road in the show. But like in terms of like maybe main coins that the I guess top 30 cryptos, Luna and Polkadot as well are solid ones at the moment that are also undervalued. So Luna is LUNA and then Polkadot is .dot. So that's the only thing I wanted to add.
Okay. Awesome. So all right, cool. So let's I'll start looking at these questions. I know Chris sent some of them to me.
I actually had a quick one real quick, man.
Go ahead,
just because I know some people are probably not seeing this in the chat. So let's say I'm a regular guy working a job, right? I have between 1 to 5K in savings. What coin should I get right now off with this current market? Because obviously the market's down. What should I buy right now with this dip?
Ethereum.
1 to 5K.
Yeah.
Ethereum
Yeah,
right away. When in doubt,
yeah, exactly. I was going to say, yeah, like basically our phrase of 2021 was "when in doubt, buy ETH." And it's still the case. Ethereum under $4,000 is the easiest buy in crypto. Like if you just buy Ethereum, it's like that should be is kind of like the gateway coin into crypto. So just grab that at least. And then if you want like one or two other coins, any of the ones that we just mentioned, any of the ones Miguel mentioned, or the ones that I mentioned just in the last few minutes, those ones are all solid.
So Bitcoin is the most famous one, but right now it's about $40,000 to get in. At this point, is it just too high? Is the threshold too high to get into Bitcoin at this point? If you didn't get in back then, it's just like, hey, just go with Ethereum at this point for most people.
That's what interesting that you mentioned that, because the course is called Crypto Mindset. So the biggest thing that I think misconception people have about crypto is this crypto is really cheap or this crypto is really expensive based on its dollar value. But that actually doesn't really matter. The thing that matters the most is like how much percentage will it jump up or down, right? So the volatility, how much opportunity is there? Because Bitcoin has been in the market so long, it's the oldest coin in the market. The volatility is low comparatively. But so for people who have like tens of millions of dollars, they're all buying Bitcoin because they don't want to take too much risk, right? But they want to have some volatility. Whereas Ethereum, right, will grow faster and it will outpace Bitcoin. And the majority of the coins that we just mentioned now will outpace Ethereum. So you're mainly trying to, it depends on where you're at. If you're trying to make money, like you don't want to try to go and be like, hey, I need to make quick money, because the way that we view crypto in terms of like the crypto mindset is just, it's the best long-term savings account in the world. If you buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and hold them for 5 years, you will make money, hands down. Like I'm not even going to put like a small caveat on that, right? Like you buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, hold it for 5 years, you're going to make money. You're doing fine, right? Then any of the other coins that you buy, you have to do some research on them to understand what they're doing, why they're doing it. And then any coins that you've researched and you have a good level of confidence in, then you can also hold those, right, for 5 years. And basically Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only coins in the market that have enough what we call network effect, or enough people using them that we know they're not going to go away. All these other coins, crypto's still an experiment. It's a little bit of the Wild West still in terms of what's going to survive, what's going to die, we don't know. But a lot of the coins that we mentioned here today are what we call layer ones, or infrastructure-based tokens. So they're like the base layer of what crypto is building on right now. And so the next bull market, when we get into like, let's say 2025, 2026, that bull market will be basically, there's going to be a lot of sub coins to each of these coins that we just mentioned.
So I really, man, and this is why it's so important to have bring in experts. I never thought about that the reason why like Bitcoin you just reframe my whole thinking of it, because a lot of people like crypto because of how volatile it is, but it also scares a lot of people away. And the thing with Bitcoin is that now it's kind of put itself in a position where it's almost damn near stable. So it's like people that have a lot of capital can get in, buy a bunch, not necessarily be too scared about it, because it's like, all right, fiat currency. Me and you, Charlie, have had great, huge discussions on how holding fiat currency is the dumbest thing you could do right now, especially with all the money that they're printing. Like 40% of the U.S. currency in circulation right now is printed in the past year and a half. So that's a great way, I guess, for people to have a lot of capital to get in. And then I love the fact that you guys are saying, because I've taken that advice. Pretty much 90% of the coins I've been buying is Ethereum, based on what you guys tell me. Hey, when in doubt, buy Ethereum, and it's been consistently going up. Even if it has a dip here or whatever, it's still going up. So I guess it seems to be Bitcoin. If you have the capital to get in, go ahead and get in, because it's more stable. But Ethereum is a little bit more for the average guy that might have a couple thousand that they can invest right away. Cool. And then also one thing, we got a question here as far as like, what about Cashapp, guys? Buying crypto on Cashapp?
Ooh.
It's great.
It's good. Yeah, just more limited. You're not going to have as many coins.
Okay. Because I noticed that Cashapp gives you the option to buy Bitcoin on there, and I was like, what the hell? So it's here to stay, man. If like major people like that, and then also keep in mind, guys, that the Staples Center is renamed the Crypto.com Center now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big uproar on that.
Miami FTX Arena.
Yeah, so it's here to stay, man. So so let's hit some of these questions, because people have some really good questions, and these are the best people to have on the panel for this. So we'll start with okay, they go, Just Invest Today goes, is Coinbase the best app for people getting into crypto? Is there a big advantage to using Coinbase?
It's simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the simplicity is what earns it.
Easy to use.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of banks accept it.
That's true. Okay. Alex, do you trade crypto or buy and hold like stocks and earn money? Is Robinhood the platform to use? We answered Robinhood, but what about the other stuff, guys?
What was the other one that they mentioned?
He goes, do you trade crypto or buy and hold like stocks and earn money?
Buy and hold is the MO, right? So buy and hold. If you're going to do any trading, you have to have experience doing that, and only trade with 20% or less of what you hold. It's kind of like when you go to a casino, right? If you go to a casino and you have like $500 you're willing to lose, and you lose it, don't go to that ATM and grab out more money and start doing it again. That's what trading is, right? So if you get good at it and you can increase your stack that way, good on you. That's definitely a good skill. But buy and hold is the stuff that wins long term.
See, I fucking love these guys. They just keep it real with y'all. Like this is the beautiful thing about having guys that just like understand crypto and don't have like some kind of vested interest in whatever. They're giving you guys practical advice that you can use regardless of where you are, because they're not trying to sell you some bullshit.
And it's unbiased.
So it goes, happy Monday, guys. I have about 30K in savings, and this is from Wisdom Now TV. I have about 30K in savings and 20K in my crypto portfolio. Should I do anything with my savings? And what is the best way to diversify my portfolio to grow? And I know, Miguel, you're really big on portfolios, like how people should run it.
Right. If this guy's a young dude and everything, I mean that's a really good amount of savings actually, having $30,000 in savings, 20,000 in crypto already. So it's more or less if he's like a younger guy, then definitely like just maybe doubling up on the dollar cost averages right now where the prices are down. You want to buy heavier on red days, and you want to be you have to have some real good conviction on why you're buying on a big green candle, which means price going up. So right now, we're at $2,900 on Ethereum right now. This is where I'd start getting a little heavier on the gas in my purchases, basically. Or maybe like there's a coin I've been looking at to getting in for a long time, and now I'm like, wow, it's really down low right now. So let me pick some up right now when nobody wants it, because when things get hot again, I'll sell it for a very large profit, and like so. Me and Charlie, we sometimes do. I wouldn't really call them trades, but it's just like a short-term play, basically. And by short-term play for us, it'd be like maybe it's a it's about a 3 month to 6 month play. To like most of the times we get into projects, we're in it for over a year. One for tax reasons, but another reason as well is because usually. These things take a while to play out, basically, and also we're also earning a lot of yield, but typically if you hold a position over for a year, when you sell that position, you're going to have long-term capital gains tax, so you're getting charged anywhere from 15 to 20% in taxes, at least here in the States. Anywhere else in the world, the rules are a little different, basically. That's why we do say buy and hold is one of the best strategies.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, just for the people that are wondering, like if you hold your crypto and you hold it for at least a year, you're going to get hit with a significantly less tax bill versus like, if you try to cash it out, you buy the coin, it like triples or doubles or whatever, and then you cash it out that year, they're going to kill you on the capital gains. What is it? I think it's 30% if it's under a year, and then after that first year, it's considered more of a long-term hold, and that's about 15%, Miguel?
Yeah, and it can be higher on your income bracket as well. So like, some depending on, where you are in the world, but yeah, a lot of countries are like that.
And real quick, Miguel, because me and you have had discussions about this as well in the past, as far as like holding a portfolio and how much you should diversify. What are your thoughts on that? As far as like, should people be holding a million different coins? Should people be only holding a few different types of coins? What's your thoughts on that?
Right. So it's kind of counterintuitive and stuff on this. Like the less money you have, the more concentrated you should be. Right. So if you have $1,000, you shouldn't be in 50 coins. Right.
You shouldn't be in 50 coins anyway, but yeah.
Well, I met a guy.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well, it's a sort of thing. So it is a sort of just like you're a 1% kind of guy, or like top of the food chain sort of thing. They can break the rules a little bit, but it's the sort of thing where like the more money you have, the more coins you can get into. But there comes a point where you have diminishing returns, where just because you have $1 million portfolio, you should not be in 40 coins. You know what I'm saying? So typically we recommend a 5 to 7 coin portfolio being kind of like a good sort of range for you're concentrated enough in these coins so where if they move up, it turns into really big money, as well as bandwidth, because you have 7 coins, you got to keep on top of them. So that's 7. So it's like, imagine like you have 7 coins, that's 7 news feeds you got to look into.
Yeah.
Not every day, but you got to be like, oh, let me see what's going on here. Let me see what's going on here and here. But as you get richer, as well as if you can really handle it, you can get up to 12, 15. But I really the threshold, I don't really like people getting past 14 coins, honestly, because it just gets to be too much, because you end up having less than like 5% in positions, like as a minimum. Like I like positions being 5% basically as a minimum, at least in my portfolio. You can have positions where they're 30% of your portfolio, 50%. Obviously in Ethereum, typically we don't like telling people to get like half of their portfolio in one coin unless it's ETH or BTC, because it's like these coins are going to be here 5-10 years from now, basically. Yeah. But on other plays, right, if someone chooses to have it that large of a portfolio, they also have to take the responsibility if it underperforms as well, for being that massive, right? And we also have these kind of mindset rules where, like, let's just say you would put 5-10% in all these coins and you just had one coin become 80% of the portfolio. That's totally okay, because you didn't put 80% of your money there. You put 5-10% there, and it grew to 80%. And then there we can take money off of that and grow everything up. And then when the other coins in your portfolio start running, you really just turn the nitrous on, basically.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess in layman's terms, guys, if you're, just getting into it, whatever it may be, 5 to 7 at the most, as you get more and more experience, and you can start getting into the 10 to 14 range. But I guess essentially, if you're going to have a large portion of your portfolio be one coin, have it be one of these stable coins, your Ethereums and your Bitcoins, etc. Is that fair to say? Summary for
Yeah,
that?
that's fair to say. Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Next question. And guys, like the goddamn video. You ain't gonna get some sauce like this anywhere else.
And
Okay,
support
so
Charlie and Miguel as well.
and support them, guys. Course is live right now. I think you guys just opened it today, and it's only gonna be open for a few days. So
yeah, it's gonna be open until Sunday the 16th.
Perfect. Keem Chillin goes, what do you think about Crowcoin and Cardano?
Mike Rashid here as well.
Oh, shout out to Mike Rashid, man. Good info. Shout out to you, Mike. He goes, what do you think about Crowcoin and Cardano?
Interesting. Like, they have followings and stuff like that, so that you can make money with them for sure. I would say they're not going to be in my curated top list. I don't. I own Cardano because I bought some at like 12 cents.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm basically not buying anymore at the current moment. So, Cardano has a really good community, and Charles Hodgkinson, the guy who runs Cardano, is a very smart dude. And he does a lot of good for the crypto space. So yeah, I like, the people behind that, but they just don't really come out with a lot of actual, they say they're going to do a lot of these things, but they're slow in development basically. So who knows, maybe they'll pick it up at some place down the road. And then if you're using something like crypto.com or whatever, then Crowcoin could be useful, but it's more of like a utility token. So it's not going to appreciate or outpace most of the market, in my opinion.
The Kronos token was basically just a token. You would just buy it so you can get access to a debit card or a credit card or something, like sort of points and stuff. But most people were pretty angry with it and were dumping it most of 2020, basically. And they essentially revamped their entire system and created something called the Kronos network, or it's like basically their own kind of Ethereum, basically a network. And the coin pumped off of that, and now it's kind of like come down quite a lot from its all-time highs, basically. And but hey, they have a huge amount of marketing dollars. I mean, obviously they bought the Staples Center, they renamed it basically, and hey, that is pretty powerful. Making sure for branding and stuff, and they're one of the few companies out here actually spending the advertising dollars and stuff. So personally, I don't hold it myself as well, but it's probably going to have its day in the sun. Basically, it's going to have a nice pump somewhere, especially when we're in the full bull market. It's going to have a big pump because regular retail people are going to be like, oh, I know that company, I'll just buy it.
There you go. Yeah. The normies will definitely, catch on to it. So we got, and guys, ask your questions in, super chat your questions. I'm going to go from high to low as far as like the donation goes, because these guys charge quite a bit of money for a consultation with them, if they even have time nowadays.
Their time is definitely worth a lot.
So I'll continue on with the questions here. Joshua, $20 says, curious, and any thoughts if you two are aware of Richard Hart's third project, Pulse X, currently in its sacrifice phase right now. For reference, Richard Hart is the creator of Hex.
Yeah, shout out Whale Team 10.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it, Miguel.
Well, let's just say we may have the 10th largest wallet in that ecosystem. Let's just say that much.
Okay.
Shout out Richard Hart. He's the founder of Hex. He basically came out with he has essentially created his own Ethereum token called Pulse Chain. And just recently, he had an entire, basically an ICO sacrifice phase for something called PulseX, which is basically a Uniswap fork, and it's going to be the largest, basically airdrop in history. Basically, they're going to essentially copy every single coin on Ethereum and put it onto the new chain, basically, and give it to you for free if you actually hold your coins in your wallet. So it's going to be a massive airdrop, a bunch of free money raining from the sky, basically. Which is pretty cool.
Wow. And we got Modern Life Dating in the building. So shout out to my
shout out to John. He's the one
team.
that connected us all.
I told you so. Shout out to MLD, man.
All right. So also we got let's see here. So we got $10 from the Legacy, the Truth. What are your guys' thoughts on Madak?
It's a good coin. Yeah, it's a good coin. It's basically it was the first real L2 that got the stamp of approval from Ethereum, basically. So they're basically on the same team, basically. they're going to be implementing something called ZK rollups, and what that is like it. So you know when we went from a CD-ROM to the MP3 CDs.
Yes.
It's just like that. Basically, you're going to be able to fit more songs on one CD, which can make it cheaper for transactions and stuff. So that's basically what Madak is doing right now, and people are pretty excited about it because you'll be able to have more and more and more transactions for a much cheaper rate, basically. So I think on Madak, the transactions are 30-40 cents and stuff. When certain upgrades happen, it can be down to a penny or less, which is really cool. It's a really cool sort of thing because people are excited about that, because if that works on that, at some point they'll be able to put that on regular Ethereum, and we can lower the fees on Ethereum to like maybe $1 per transaction, which is pretty cool.
Awesome. And Miguel, do you foresee Coinbase allowing people to make interest off their Ethereum in the future? Or
yes.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
What do you think? Because I'm thinking in my head, if other platforms are going to do it, like for Coinbase to stay competitive, they're going to have to do that as well. And I have quite a bit of Ethereum. So when do you predict potentially they'll start paying people interest on that?
Within a couple weeks of the merge, basically in the summer. Basically,
okay.
Yeah. You can already earn some money on some of your coins right now on Gemini. Mm-hmm. Coinbase just got into a little bit of trouble because they kind of jumped the gun a little bit too quick, basically, because they are on the stock market, where Gemini is, because if they're still a private company, they can get away with more sort of things, basically.
Yeah, they're not SEC regulated yet. Okay, so you foresee in the by the merger around summertime, Coinbase will actually start paying people a dividend off their Ethereum. And what do you predict? You said about 5%?
Yeah, it'll be about 5 to 6%. Yeah.
Dude, they're gonna kill these banks soon, bro. People are gonna just start buying. Why are you gonna go ahead with a high interest savings account when you can literally just buy a cryptocurrency, hold it, and make 5%? Like right now, like Capital One, Money Market, or any of these other banks that like, we'll give you high yield. Redneck banking is, I'm not kidding around, guys. There is a savings account called Redneck Savings. They used to brag about giving you 2% APY. These guys are going to give 5% APY? This is fucking crazy, bro. They're going to put the banks out of business.
I mean, why'd you put your money in the bank at that point?
Yeah.
I mean,
and right now, if I'm not mistaken, like the highest you're going to get is like not even 1%, like 0.7%. And that's considered a high yield savings account, which to me, I'm like, what?
You stupid.
Like, no, that's nothing. So if you get 5%, you're better off just buying Ethereum and just holding on to it, even if you don't know shit about crypto.
Yep.
So that's huge, guys. I don't think you guys understand how big that's going to be if they start actually paying you a 5% dividend on a cryptocurrency. And Miguel, is that 5% on your entire portfolio? So let's say you have $100,000 worth of Ethereum and they're paying you 5%. So does that essentially mean you're gonna get $5,000 per year on that Ethereum?
On that $100,000 of value, yeah. But if that increases, you'll get more.
Sheesh!
Wow,
sounds good to me.
And how are they gonna pay it out, Miguel? Are they gonna pay it out, biannually, every month?
It should be a little bit. It should be sort of on a daily basis, a small amount. Basically, you're going to get kind of fed it. So it's just going to be the sort of thing you kind of collect it once a week or twice a week, just because there's no point. If you could on a daily basis, you could collect it. There are coins me and Charlie are in right now where the APYs are like 400% APR.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. we're in some coins right now where I'm earning 0.5% a day, 1.5% a day. And I can with APR or APY that high, I can basically afford to collect my interest every single day, and it's like thousands of dollars a day, basically.
Wow! Are they going to do that for Bitcoin too, or no? Is this only Ethereum?
It's only Ethereum, basically. Yeah,
okay.
It's only Ethereum for now, but with time, maybe one day in the future, there'll be something on Bitcoin.
Wow. Okay. And if anything, that proves how stable Bitcoin is. They don't even want to give you that's actually a good sign of how stable it is. They don't want to give you a dividend on Bitcoin.
you can get one of like 5% to 8% on Celsius network right now as well. So like they'll give you some dividend on Bitcoin, but usually these other layer ones or other ecosystem tokens will give you more.
Bam. Okay. So let's go with that. We'll work our way down. Chris, can we pull up that $50 super chat from the guy real quick? I think that was a good question that he had. It goes, Sinclair Crypto, $50. Pulse X and Pulse Chain is going to be big. It's created by the same founder of Hex, Richard Hart. So we know this is going to be special. The sacrifice phase for Pulse X is open right now. Do your own research. Shout out to Charlie and Dollar Cost Crypto. Okay. Thank you. Any comments on that, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
We like that project.
Yeah, the project's
the-
awesome. The
the
sacrifice phase is happening right now. If you just go to pulsex.com, you can essentially send Ethereum or Hex, and then later when the project launches, you will receive your tokens later on. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Javier Montes, $20. What are your thoughts on Spell token?
It's good. It's part of the Phantom ecosystem. And I think a couple of the guys that you mentioned earlier with Danielle Sesta and Andre Kron are involved with that one.
So quick question for you guys, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I have like a general understanding, but maybe you guys can clarify for me. It seems that there's different ecosystems of coins. Ethereum has an ecosystem. This coin Phantom has an ecosystem. Hex has an ecosystem. Can you guys kind of explain what the ecosystem is and how the different coins within the system work together?
Yeah, I guess the simplest way to put that right now is each cryptocurrency, right, has what we call blockchain. So it's basically a distributed ledger or basically a database. So imagine if you're working, in like among different banks or different companies, they each have like their own siloed database, right?
Okay.
These databases right now, they're not really communicating together. So when you have your Ethereum, blockchain, you have your Bitcoin blockchain, you have your Phantom blockchain, you have all these different networks, and they all have like different benefits and perks and different things for using them. So within that ecosystem, they're going to have coins with certain functions, like for Pulse Chain that we mentioned before. The PulseX token is basically a DeFi, decentralized finance swap platform, kind of like Uniswap, kind of like SushiSwap and these others. And so, yeah, each ecosystem is going to have like these different functions, and some of the functions are going to be similar to other things in other ecosystems. The thing that's really big in crypto right now is bridging, basically interoperability or working between platforms. So that's what Polkadot is solving. That is what the Cosmos ecosystem is helping to solve as well. Solana is doing some of that. Madak's doing some scaling, basically. So you're starting to get these different infrastructure coins that are trying to build out the base layer for what is crypto. And then the ones that survive into the next bull market, these will be the ones that it's kind of like, imagine each cryptocurrency kind of being like a star. And then each time it basically has like a supernova, you basically create like a new galaxy, which is like a new ecosystem. And so then each time we get a bull market, we get like these different types of like basically supernova type events, which spawn new cryptocurrency. So originally we just had Bitcoin, right? In the beginning, there was Bitcoin, and then boom, you have Ethereum, and then Ethereum spawned all these coins. And then now we have all the ones that we're mentioning today, Solana, Polkadot, Phantom, and Hex, and all these other ones. Boom, 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 boom. All these other ecosystems are coming alive. Some of them will die out, right? Turn into black holes, suck all your money up. And some of them will, basically continue on here, into the future. So you got to really know what is quality and what has a potential to stick around long term, so you don't throw your money into a project that's just going to like boom and it's gone.
Actually, just to add to that as well, just another thought here. The metaverse. Are there going to be coins for the metaverse as well, you think are going to be good to get or no?
Yep. Oh yeah.
You want to talk about GameFi, Miguel?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about GameFi. So I think we all grew up as kids and stuff, and obviously everyone played either sports games or like World of Warcraft or RuneScape, or depending on what you play, Call of Duty.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go, right? But everyone grew up on these games right here, and your parents would tell you, that bullshit's never going to make you money. Well, they're wrong. Basically, what's going on is games and cryptocurrencies are now fused together, and it's added this whole level function where you can essentially play to earn. GameFi is a little bit different from the metaverse. The metaverse is more of just saying like the kind of whatever the online presence is of in your, like, it's almost like the avatar world, and in the avatar world you can play games as well, right? But it's part of the metaverse basically. It's sort of like Ready Player One, how you're like the Oasis, when you're in the Oasis, but in the Oasis you can actually jump into a game world basically. It's sort of that sort of thing. But the overall metaverse games are a part of it. So there's a game like Illuvium, which we recommended in the last crypto mindset course. It was about $500. It went up as high, I think, sometime in December or early December to $1,800. And during that time, we were earning 600 to 450% APR the whole time while that was going on it. And so now, during that all-time high to now, the price has gone down to about $750. And you would think I should only be up 30-40% of my money, right? But I'm actually up about 3 times on my principal. During the all-time highs, I was up about 7 times on my initial investment. And I said this pretty publicly. I invested about $100,000 right before the classes started, just to show everybody it. And during the peak there, I mean, I was damn near almost $800,000 in profits.
Damn.
In a very short amount of time. I mean, I was at the time I was pretty much earning about like $25,000 a week in interest, which is pretty off of a game that hasn't even launched yet. So it's a sort of thing where, like, if you provide liquidity, by providing liquidity means you're leaving your Ethereum and the coin staked basically on those exchanges, and basically it's like you're giving their vote of confidence that you think this game will do very well, and for that vote of confidence, the game will also reward you these tokens. And there's a strategy that we implement and stuff where you're able to get enough of these tokens in a shorter period enough of time that you're able. I could right now just sell my principal, get all my money out, and just leave all these tokens there, and it's all casino chips now. It's all house money, basically. And it's a really cool system. There's a couple other ones we're going to be talking about, like Gala Games and of course Axie Infinity and stuff like that, or maybe Decentraland, Sandbox and stuff, these are the main metaverse games. A couple other ones that are coming up and stuff, Fancy Birds and stuff like that. But we found certain strategies in some of these games, as well as other kind of yielding sort of properties, where you're able to earn quite a lot in yield, basically with a very little money. Obviously, with the Ethereum ones, you need a little more cash. But this is the cool thing about being on like something like a Solana, a Phantom, an AVAX, maybe a Pulse chain in the future, is that you could even invest $1,000 and you could over time get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in coins with $1,000 investment, and then have that position fully paid for, which is really cool.
Holy shit,
Shout out to
man!
video games, man.
Yo, like, guys, where else are you gonna get content like this? Like the goddamn video, bro. We help you guys get girls, get money, get your crypto on point, everything. Ain't nobody providing this kind of fucking value, man. That's why we're the #1 men's podcast in the world. Goddamn it. Real quick, you guys talked about ecosystems before, as far as it being almost different stars and stuff, which was a fantastic analogy that you used there, Charlie. Can you give us the top 5 ecosystems right now within the crypto universe, so to speak?
That's a hard question. Yeah. There's some good ones to choose from, right?
Other than Ethereum?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll talk about, obviously Ethereum is going to be like the main, right? But the fees are going to be really high for that right now. So, sometimes that's not always going to be the most optimal. Pulse chain, which is not out yet, right? It's basically being formed right now, is definitely going to be one that hits a lot. I think we talked about Phantom earlier. Phantom is one that's really undervalued right now. I would say Solana is good in terms of the main coin, but in terms of its ecosystem right now, I'd say it's still maybe a little too young for people to get too deeply into that ecosystem. Mm-hmm. Polkadot as well is going to be a good one down the road, but it's maybe a little bit early to be getting too deep into that one for most people. Terra Luna is one that I think a lot of people undervalue. So Luna, Luna. And then the Cosmos ecosystem one that's just starting to pop a little bit more right now, that I think a lot of people basically have kind of
what's the code for that one?
As well. Atom, ATOM. Okay.
Because I did buy Solana and DOT on the last one, and it's been stable pretty much. But yeah, like you said, it's going to be something in the future. And does crypto have its own ecosystem, or is it a part of any ecosystem, or does it just stand on its own?
So all of these make up the crypto ecosystem, right?
I meant to say Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin have its own?
Oh, gotcha.
I'm sorry.
Basically, the whole crypto market is Bitcoin's ecosystem, is the way that I view it, simply because they all copied Bitcoin in terms of the blockchain, right? Bitcoin was the first one to be a blockchain, and so everything had to basically start running off different versions of that, even though they may not have actually borrowed all of its technology.
And I guess and when you say blockchain is just a bit I guess the crypto term for an ecosystem,
right? Database, ledger of transactions. Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. So all right. So I'll go back to the questions here. We had another $50 one here, Chris. Okay. So Crypto Cat asks, crypto's greatest problems being used as currency seems to be scalability with lower gas fees, speed in transactions, and ease of use competing against the norm like credit card transactions. How do you see people utilizing crypto as opposed to fiat?
Good question. The ease of use one, I think, is going to be the easiest thing for crypto to basically do. Scalability is one that all these ecosystems are trying to solve right now. So in terms of ease of use, the good old, different governments around the world are going to basically force you into ease of use. How is that going to happen? In the next few years, everybody's going to be using what we call central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the best thing in the world for most people, to be honest, but all governments are starting to trend that way. China is the first one that's coming out with a central bank digital currency. Other countries are following that. I think it was last year or the year before, Japan. It was basically one of the biggest people in Japan for finance. He was basically like, yeah, we don't need a central bank digital currency. But 3 months later, he's like, if we don't have a central bank digital currency, we're not going to have a sovereign currency anymore. So the whole world's going digital. I think a lot of people don't realize that yet. And so let's say, for example, you're getting a stimulus check from the government, right? You're going to get that directly to your phone in a central bank digital currency. It's not going to be a decentralized currency. It's going to be a centralized digital currency. And there's some benefits to that, and there's a lot of downsides to that, but it's just the way that we're trending. And so the way that I view it is, it's kind of like email in the early 90s. So in the early 90s, people were like, what is the @ symbol? This thing is weird. Like, and don't we have the postal service? People aren't going to need email, right? And then like 5 years later, 1997, 98, everybody has like 10 different emails, and like nobody knows exactly how it works, but at least, they know how to make it functional. And so with central bank digital currencies, it's really going to force people to understand, like, okay, how do I receive and how do I send a digital currency? And that's going to be the same method as how you send and receive a cryptocurrency. And then people are finally going to realize, I think probably by the end of this decade, oh shit, these central bank digital currencies, the government's control, they print more money. It has high inflation. Right now, they say the inflation rate right this year was 6%, which is the highest in 40 years. But, we know it's a lot more than that. There's a lot of hidden inflation as well. And so why would I hold, a digital currency from a government that's going to be losing me money over time? Maybe over like a few years, I'm going to lose 50% of my value. Or I can use this technology that I already understand, which is called cryptocurrency. Now I understand it because the government's forced me to. And this stuff actually grows, and like it's going to make me more money over time, and it's deflationary essentially. So hell yeah, I want some of that cryptocurrency stuff. And once people get away from the scare tactics that the mainstream media tells you out there, like Bitcoin's scary, it's going to zero, or Bitcoin, has all this, financial crime related to it. It's like, do you know that like financial crime worldwide compared to what's going on in crypto is like way, way worse, in traditional industries? So all these false narratives people are going to, start realizing, but they're not going to really start figuring all this out until they have to, right? And so the masses are not yet here. And that's why the opportunity is so big right now, because crypto is a little bit hard to understand. It is a little bit difficult. You do have to put in some work, but if you put in the work, you're going to get the reward.
Bam. And the thing is, I always laugh when the boomers say cryptocurrency is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to go anywhere, but then they go ahead and keep buying up into it. You know what I'm saying? They'll say cryptocurrency is terrible. It's extremely volatile, whatever. And then you ask them, do you have any crypto? Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I got 1,000 Bitcoin. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll say it real quick. I love Grant Cardone, but he always roasts cryptocurrency, but he has Bitcoin. Like, and he has a significant amount of Bitcoin too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, at some point, it's like, it's undeniable that cryptocurrency is the future. If you're a real estate guy, you're a stock guy, whatever it is, like, it's, look at Graham Stephan. He used to shit on crypto for years, but now he has cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying?
Alex Becker
used to shit on it.
Hell no, and now his
channel is crypto. You know what I'm saying? You know, and here's the thing. I'm saying this from a fan's perspective. I love Grant Cardone. You know, I watch his channel. We went to his event. We met him in person. Cool guy. Alex Becker, I know Fresh watches him quite a bit. And then Graham Stephan. I love his YouTube channel. But all these guys shitted on cryptocurrency. But if you ask them, are you actually holding crypto? They're all holding it. So, I mean, if that doesn't...
It's because it's competition. That's why.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? You know, so guys, at this point, like I've said it before, like, and me and Charlie have had huge discussions on this for years now. You know, the U.S. dollar, we're printing money like crazy. The dollar, inflation. Number one, we know inflation is about 2% per year. I would argue we're about to get hit hyperinflation, which is somewhere between 15 to 20% very soon. If not, we're already there. So how are you going to hedge against your money losing value? Well, at least with cryptocurrency, you're going to at least maintain, if not keep your money at its regular value, because if you hold it long enough, it will appreciate, assuming you're buying the correct coins. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, guys, you don't actually lose money until you cash out. So if it dips, right, that sucks. But as long as you don't cash out, you'll be okay. And if you are intelligent and follow these guys, buy the coins that are actually going to make you money, not these stupid ass, shit coins, which we could actually talk about that too. Some of the scam coins. You're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say, hey, when in doubt, buy Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? And they're helping you guys as far as like picking the coins that are going to appreciate over time versus depreciate and fuck you up, because you got to be a little bit intelligent with this stuff. Any questions, Chris, on that I should hit before we move on, or that came through? Okay. We got
Asher,
you're a saga. Hey guys, if you had 10K today, which coins would you buy for a long-term hold? Thank you, FNF, for everything you do. Greetings from Venezuela.
Ethereum.
Yeah, I think any of the coins we mentioned today that we liked, you can do that. Do you want to mention like how many you want to put in there of those ones, Miguel? Or
right, I'd buy a full Ethereum. I'd buy a full Ethereum and then half of it into Solana, half of it into Hex, just like that. That's probably what I do with the first 10K.
I also say get in the course. We get these questions. That's the most common question we ever get.
and can you guys tell them a little bit about the course, about how you guys have it set up and everything? I mean, I know it, but I want you guys to be able to tell them as well. Because guys, this is crazy value. Like, you guys think you're getting value now? They're going to give you guys the secret sauce behind the scenes that they can't necessarily talk about on YouTube.
And not to mention all the guys that took the course the prior times that came out almost either
everyone made money. Everyone
doubled their money, which is crazy to me, bro.
They come back and they're like, yo, I made a bunch of money. Thank you for putting me on with Charlie. But Charlie, can you tell them about how your course works? And
yeah, definitely. So basically, like I said, we're selling the enrollment for the course. It's $9.97, one-time fee from today through January 16th at midnight. If you don't get in by January 16th at midnight, you're not going to be able to get into the course. Yep. Have fun staying poor. And then the webinars will start on the 21st and go through the 31st. We'll do the webinars at 10 a.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each webinar is going to be a unique subject, and we're going to do about 15 webinars during the course. Some of them will be Q&A. A lot of them will be different topics, going in depth and stuff. We do have some pre-recorded content. So as soon as you purchase the course, within 24 hours, you should get an email from us. And that'll be from my email, charlie@cultivatecrypto.com. So make sure to whitelist that email. Yep. And if you miss that email and you're like, hey, haven't gotten anything within the first 24 hours, check your spam or junk box, because some email services filter the email out. And 95% of people who can't find the email usually find it within there. But anyways, then you'll get access as well to our Telegram, which is where we post the links for all the live webinars and all the recorded webinars as well. And so if you miss, let's say we do all these 15 live webinars and you miss like half of them, that's okay. You can basically go watch the replay anytime you want. And we've never shut down any of our Telegrams or any of the previous video content. So you have that forever. It is yours. And so, yeah, you can study this over the course of, the 2 weeks that we do the live webinars. You can study this over the 3 months of each quarter. You can study this information over the next 1 year. Essentially, the way we designed this course is when we were, newer to crypto in 2017, there was a lot of terrible information out there, mainly on Twitter, but also on YouTube. And it just is what it is, right? And, all these guys out here were basically telling you stuff that, benefited them, but not you. And so it was a really hard thing for us, at the very beginning, just to kind of figure out what's good, what's not. How do I get into this stuff? How do I do this game, right? So we essentially distilled down into the 2 weeks of the webinars all the information that you will probably, if you were try to go get that information for free on YouTube, which we also do give on our channels, Cultivate Crypto on YouTube and Dollar Cost Crypto on YouTube. Please subscribe. But yeah, if you go out there and try to get all that information for free, it's literally going to take you 3 to 5 years. Yep. And so within 1 quarter or 6 months or however long it's going to take you to get through the videos, we basically distill that learning curve down to a reasonable time frame. And crypto moves so damn fast that if you try to learn something, in crypto, about 6 months later, it's not completely changed, but it's changed massively. So that's why we also continue to make sure we do these courses, because most people that jump in the course, right, they stick with us over time because they're increasing their crypto bags, but then also B, they're increasing their knowledge over time. And so since we started the course, which was the first one was September of 2020, everybody who's jumped in the course has leveled up massively. So the conversation that we continue to have is good. And all the people, don't get intimidated if you're brand new to crypto, because all the people who are in the course who've taken it previously, they've been in your shoes before. And when you jump into the Telegram, you just ask a question and you got like a bunch of people trying to help you out, trying to, basically answer the questions for you. So, we try to call this like a hive mind community where the Moon Gang looks out for each other and it tries to build everybody up. So it's a win-win situation for everyone.
And let me clarify this real quick for y'all. They're doing 2 goddamn Zoom calls a day, 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. So regardless of your work and life schedule, you're able to get in here. They give you real-time advice on the market right there. They're watching the charts so that you don't have to. They're answering questions on coins. They're cutting your learning curve down. Guys, all my crypto moves were done with Charlie behind me pretty much. And I'll tell you guys this too. I wrote down some things. And I'm going to show y'all my portfolio. I invested a total of
Here we go.
$56,177, okay, of my money into cryptocurrency over the past 2 years, all right? The market is down right now. Just so y'all know, the market is down. I'm going to show you guys what my portfolio is off a $56,000 investment, all right? So switch the camera forward real quick, just so y'all know that this isn't cap. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whew.
That's today's date. Up to date.
That's as of today in a down market, guys. Everything is red right now, and I'm still fucking almost triple my money.
And just a buy and hold strategy,
hold.
Simple coins, Bitcoin, mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? And there's, there are higher risk plays that will get you more X's as well, which we do recommend. And everybody has a different, risk tolerance. So we don't ever say like, hey, you have to do this or you have to do that. Like if you're just a person who wants to, not like jump in and out and do too much, like we got that strategy for you. If you want to be like, hey, I want to be a little bit higher risk, and I want to gain faster or whatever, we give you guys that strategy. So lots of different options out there for people.
Right.
And I'm showing you guys the receipts. Like this is me working with Charlie for a few years now. 56,000 over like 2 years is not that big a deal. But look, it's triple and the market is down. And I'm holding a majority of my stuff in Ethereum and Bitcoin. And I have some Solana and Polkadot as well, which Charlie told me to buy. So, I mean, these guys aren't going to lead you astray, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I trust them with my money. I don't even question Charlie. He says, yeah, just buy this, just buy that. All right, I just do it. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to help you out. Imagine having access to this guy for 2 weeks straight. They're looking at the markets. They're giving you guys real-time predictions. These guys are crypto millionaires. They won't tell you, but I'll tell you you know what I'm saying? So they obviously know what the hell they're talking about.
And the Zoom calls, you can ask questions back to back. So it's like 2 Zoom calls a day. That's insane, man.
Bro, you will make that $1,000 that you buy this course on in a couple of days within being with these guys. Yep. You'll make that money fucking back. I'm telling y'all, you will make it back.
And there's nobody else in crypto doing this right now.
No.
Absolutely nobody.
And the biggest thing is you guys aren't here to sell them like a certain coin. Like you guys are in the middle. You guys are like about getting people their money. You don't give a fuck about what coin is the hot coin. You're just going to tell them, this is a coin you want to probably get, etc. Bang, buy. No weird allegiances to any coins, guys. It's in the middle, unbiased, which is huge in this space nowadays because there's so many people coming up with crypto. Buy Cardano, buy this, buy that, buy da. And they have a vested interest in telling you to buy that coin because they're employed by that coin. These guys are not employed by anybody. Yep. They fucking just tell you what the move is. We got Matthew here, $20. What do you think about the upcoming Volcano Bitcoin bonds from El Salvador? Not only do you get yield in Bitcoin, but also El Salvador citizenship and chance to live in Bitcoin City.
Oh, wow.
It's very interesting. I would say it's good for crypto adoption worldwide, but it's like, I would say it's one of these things where personally, if you're for most people, I would rather hold Bitcoin itself, right? Because it's more liquid. You have control of it and everything. But if you're a person who's like, hey, I got plenty of money, I have some to spare, and I actually just want to force hodl myself. I don't want to basically, accidentally spend these coins because, get freaked out by the market, and you want to support, Bitcoin adoption over countries worldwide. I think it's going to be something that, if it's successful, it will cause other countries to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. So if you're, like a person who's been in crypto a while and has plenty of Bitcoin, then go for it. But for most people, probably just better to hold Bitcoin itself.
Okay. Real quick, Charlie, because someone in the chat said, "Oh, you could just watch their YouTube channels and get this stuff." Can you please explain to them how you guys have a lot of information that you can't necessarily put on YouTube? Because these guys really think that you're going to put all the sauce on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, we're careful. We try to be as careful. We try to say as much as we can, but then we try to be careful as well, because obviously anything that you put out on YouTube, right, is like public information. And so there's a lot of stuff that, we need to say that we can't, that we just basically break down better for you guys on the webinars, and then also in the chats and stuff like that. So that's what we keep there. But I mean, I have over 500 videos on my channel that we've done since 2019. So, hey, if you want to, I mean, each video is probably on average an hour and a half. So if you want, I don't know how many hours of content that is. If you want to go and try to do that, good on you. You'll do well. And I say, go do that for 6 months and then come back and take the course and then level up from there. So like, however you want to do it, like, that's why we give free information out here as well. We don't force anybody to take the course or to do anything like this. So, take it with wherever you are in your crypto journey, taking the content that is best for you at that time.
I'll keep it simple, guys. Poor people spend time to save money. Rich people spend money to save time. There's a big difference, guys. All right. So if you want to try to figure it out on your own, you can, but I ain't fucking doing that shit. I'd rather just like go to Charlie, be like, yo, I got some money to invest. What should I do? All right, bang. You know what I'm saying? And to pay for a consultation with Charlie is going to be expensive, guys. His prices went up significantly. So you guys can get access to him, and not only him, but Miguel as well, who's a fucking crypto genius, as you guys can see. In the webinars, ask them questions real time on the market, because crypto is guys, it's a timely investment. You got to know what the hell you're doing based on the time. So these guys are going to be there real time telling you, this is the charts, this was going on, these are the coins to look out for, these are coins to stay away from, etc. So you want that in your back pocket, man. And it's 2 weeks of intensive training where they're basically telling you what to do.
I think
and how to move.
The big thing is a learning curve, because with the learning curve that you do by yourself, like Charlie said earlier, it could take 5 to 6 years or even longer than that. But if you can get it from them right now with the real-time advice in this current market, you could win. So
yeah, man. So real quick, because I know the people are going to want to say, can you guys give us, and we could go Charlie and then Miguel, your top 5 your top 5 favorite coins, and then your top 5 scam coins people should avoid.
Yeah, that's good. You're gonna put us in some hot water with the scam coins. That's good question. So I'll just pull up what are these like here. Let me pull this thing up. Just like it's always hard to kind of like be like, what's my top 5 coins and everything like that, because there's always
top 7 or 10, whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff happening in this market. So I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I just got to say, like, no matter what, you're going to win with those. So definitely those would be 2 in there. I personally really like, I've done really well with Luna, Polkadot, Solana. I really like those coins. I also really like Phantom and Hex. Hex has done really well this bull market, probably one of the best performers. So yeah, I would say those coins right there are really good. Scam coins, I tend to, basically not, try to, shit on too many coins in crypto. But at the same time, yeah, there's a lot of shit coins out there. We definitely, that is the case. So in terms of like the top coins, like the one that I'm just like, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with this right now, is probably Ripple. Doesn't mean it's a scam or anything like that. It's just like right now they're in some hot water. So Ripple's not really doing a whole lot right now. I would say, Viva la Doge. I love Doge. I love all the, memes here in crypto, but like just dog coins in general, I would say, only put money in there that you're willing to lose, and just like, it's like a lottery ticket essentially.
Yeah.
So there's a couple right there. Algorand is one that gets shilled a lot on Twitter. That basically people, I don't know why they're trying to pump it exactly, but they're trying to. So, but that one doesn't really outpace the market. So I would say don't jump into that. Internet computer, stay away. Stay away. That's one that's probably the easiest one. I won't say it's a scam. I'd just say, probably not so good. And then our good old friend, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, BSV. Don't believe any of that right there. That's just like no way.
All right. What about you?
That is a scam. I won't say that, right? Because I'll probably get sued by Craig, right? So
well, I might as well start off with the scam coins, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
VeChain top of the list. Yeah, I would say VeChain. I would like. I guess all right. There's actually a time and place to invest into Doge, right? And it's in the bear market, basically. I mean, like Doge is one of the oldest coins in crypto. It's a fork essentially off of a Litecoin, basically. So you buy Doge when no one's talking about it. People think it's dead.
Yep.
That's when you buy it super cheap. And then when the bull market's going on, you sell it on all the retail.
Yep.
That's when so when Elon Musk was on SNL saying Dogecoin, that was the peak top of Doge.
Yeah.
Basically. So it's a sort of thing where like your grandma or your aunties are saying like, yo, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and stuff like that. It's probably not a good time to buy it, basically. Yeah. Even now, like it's still they're still pretty pumped up even right now, actually. So those are like three I would go. Same thing what Charlie said with XRP. I'm not saying it's. I actually do think they may have a good case to win their lawsuit against the SEC.
Okay.
And then they can do a pump. But what they represent is just kind of bullshit, like trying to help the banks out.
Okay.
Forget the banks. We're our own banks. We're making our own stuff in crypto. We don't need to be helping JP Morgan on more transactions and stuff. Yeah, and if you actually look at what really happened with XRP, they got kicked out of the United States because they were helping out the Chinese do transfers overseas and stuff, and now they've XRP's essentially and XRP's now become sort of like a clearing, almost like an international clearinghouse in Asia, basically. Now they're mostly transacting between Japan, China, and South Korea.
Okay. And Miguel, what are your top coins to get into?
All right, to get into Hex, tippy top of the list, because if you buy Hex by April, you're going to get a copy of your Hex.
Okay.
So there's a huge airdrop happening. So if you hold Hex, you're going to get the 1-for-1 copy. I don't think the price is going to be exactly the same as it is right now, but you're probably going to get something like 25% of the value. So it's a sort of thing where like you're getting an extra 25% on your dollars basically at that time, which is really important. So as well as a bunch of copies of other coins as well. So it's just a good thing to just understand a little bit. You don't have to stake it if you don't want to, but just buy some this is why we say when in doubt buy Ethereum, because with Ethereum, you can buy anything in the world with Ethereum. Mm-hmm. Anything. If you got Ethereum, you can then transfer your Ethereum and make it into dollars, then change it to this currency, and then get onto Solana, get onto Phantom, get on and right back into like Hex. I mean, it's one of the most versatile cryptocurrencies in the world. Basically, you got
like universal blood donor, like Ethereum, like blood type O. It's like kind of like that. Yeah,
that's a super. Yeah, you can do anything with ETH. I mean, you got Ethereum you got Ethereum in a wallet and stuff and with a password in your head. You're unstoppable, basically. You got a bank account, you got money around the world. It doesn't matter. You can be anywhere as long as you have access to like a phone. You've got money.
Nice.
And are they going to put Hex on Coinbase? I'm looking for it right now, and it's not on here.
One day. I mean, one day I think they will. But it's just a sort of thing where people want. I mean, I don't know, like payola. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to mention the free coins you can get if you hold Hex between now and the spring?
Yeah. So basically, if you hold any RC20 token in a MetaMask or a Trezor, what RC20 token means any coin that's built on Ethereum, so a spell token, I don't know what else, like what's called Ethereum, a Hex, I don't know, an Aave, a Synthetic, something like that. If you hold any of these tokens, you will get a 1-for-1 copy as well on Pulse Chain. So you guys can just get the extra coins, sell those off, and get yourself some other coins like maybe Pulse X, P-Hex, or Pulse Chain, basically, which is pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Free money.
Awesome. Okay. So we're going to get ready to wrap up here in a second. Oh, so speed round with some questions. I know a bunch of them came and would answer them real fast. Chris, can you pull up that one real fast?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, and I'll run through these. So we got King Prodigy, what's up, FNF fam? Do you think it'll be worth taking out a loan to join your course? I think people really need this information but don't have the funds for it. Hashtag resist the slave mines. What are your guys' thoughts on that one? I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like, if you can swing it and you could pay that back within the same month, sure, right? But I try to tell people, try not to go in debt for crypto. For crypto knowledge, like just make sure you can pay it back as soon as possible. You don't really want to be in that. I would highly recommend people, if you're going to do something like that, to get in, like make sure to go and motivate yourself to get a side hustle and really, bring in that cash flow, because cash flow is king. And so I'm not going to say no to it 100%, but it's one of these things where it's like, one of the things that's awesome about crypto is that you can basically stay out of debt as much as possible, right? You can actually start down the road, right? You're actually going to be able to loan out some of your coins, and you're going to be the bank to some extent, once you really get in this game.
Okay. My Joshua Kimber, $10. My best friend told me to use Weeble for buying crypto. I'm guessing that was wrong. If so, why? Same thing as Robinhood, probably?
Possibly. I haven't used that one particularly.
Yeah, I haven't either, actually. Yeah.
Okay. It's normally used for buying stocks, so it probably has a similar issue as Robinhood, where you don't really have your coins. So Cap Sachin says, what is the value proposition of Hex? I'm dubious of coins with long lockups with penalties for early withdrawal.
Oh, well, the lockups. Okay, that's kind of a misconception. So you're not forced to do anything with your Hex at all. You choose how long you want to stake it out for. That's it. So if one day some guy was super drunk and he ended up like staking his stuff for 10 years, well, that's on him, basically. Yeah. People do like I hear the craziest things of people on alcohol and crypto. I mean, but you can lock it up for 1 day or 15 years, and anywhere in between 3 days, a week, a year, 2 years, a year and a half. It just depends on your time preference. So it's built for you. So however you want to play it, that's how you play it, basically. There's no forcing you to do anything. You don't even have to stake it. You can just hold it. And it's been one of the best appreciating assets and stuff. Like, I really like the coin though. But it's a sort of thing where like I think it's a good coin to have in your portfolio, not to be all your portfolio, but just have a position in it, because it gives you an asymmetrical return. Because people hate on it. Because people hate on it, they'll second guess it and not get into it, and because of that, there's arbitrage and money to be made there, basically.
Fantastic. Gaming Central TV says, this is a great dialogue. Had an unrelated question: how to find a mentor and find friends who are more successful. Join the course, and you're going to get a mentor, and you're going to meet people that are like-minded that want to get their money up. Gaming Central. So you got to surround yourself with people that are successful. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're around a bunch of crypto millionaires, trust me, you're going to be the 6th. NBA Connoisseur says, what do you gentlemen think of defi-kingdoms?
Awesome.
It's an amazing game. Yeah.
Yaro Ahmed, is mining dead?
Yes. For the most part.
Volcano, $10. Why crypto markets plummet every time stock market plummets? Shouldn't crypto be antidote?
Bitcoin's basically getting to this point to where it's so big it is affecting geopolitics, right? And so it's not going to be impervious to movements in the world. Now it's going to have some times where it's more correlated and sometimes where it's more decorrelated. So it's always fluctuating, but the best thing is long term, right? Don't focus on the highs, focus on the lows. The lows continue to increase, and Bitcoin is essentially designed to continue to increase against the dollar. So it will be long-term the best savings account and hedge against inflation.
Raul asks, how can I get into trading? I bought 4 ETH and looking to learn how.
Yeah, jump in the course. We give you guys the basics of how to look at the charts, how to do trading in a safe manner and not get wrecked. We give you different parameters for that.
Bam. Okay, a couple more questions here, and we'll wrap this thing up. Like there are stock portfolio managers. Are there cryptocurrency managers? Do Charlie and Miguel do that? If not, do they recommend anyone?
Yeah, essentially there are, and yes, we have or do, but we can't really discuss that in detail on YouTube. But yeah, I wouldn't say there's anybody that I particularly recommend, because most people actually can't. You have to be like an accredited investor essentially to be able to do stuff like that for the most part. So for most people, it's going to be difficult. But if you are an accredited investor, hit us up. There's a lot of discussion we can have on that through a private consultation.
Right.
Stuff you can't get on YouTube, guys, which is why you got to get behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Daquan Lewis, will there be a Black Friday sale on the course? Black Friday.
Nope.
It's January,
It's
man.
January, my nigga. Like what?
Nope. There's never a Black Friday.
What the hell, Daquan? We got Ben, Charlie, what are your thoughts on Samoyoid coin, Star Atlas coin, and Saber coin?
Star Atlas is a good one out of those. The rest of them I'm fine with. I don't need.
Okay.
Saber's okay. It's on Solana. It's not bad.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Tom Chad, $15. Are trading platforms like no trading fees, like Robinhood, safe and legit? We broke that down
earlier.
Robinhood, you don't actually. And Miguel, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a bad platform to use because you don't actually own your coin, correct?
Correct.
You're getting like a paper copy of it.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, you want custody of your coins because when you have your coins in your possession, you can earn income on them.
Bam.
Right.
Okay. Which is going to come soon with Ethereum and this big merger, which I didn't even know about. So I'm going to definitely hold my Ethereum. I ain't cashing out nothing now that I know that. Caught Waves, $20. I would love for Charlie and Miguel to comment on Helium HNT. Definitely an amazing project with actual utility. Thoughts on that, guys?
It's been doing pretty well in this bull market. I think it's one that we underestimated. It's something that like we all have different opinions on different coins, right? And sometimes, there's so much going on in this space. We're like, oh, damn, that thing, like, which we kind of underestimated, has been doing really well. So if you're in an urban area and you've been basically, it's essentially, for people who don't know what it is, it's like you basically create a Wi-Fi hotspot in an urban area and you quote unquote mine the Helium token by being a hotspot for other people. So it's an interesting concept, but it's having success. So you can't hate against success, but yeah, it was one that I think we didn't expect to do as well as it has.
Fantastic. And the last one here.
And it's not that profitable to do it anymore unless you're in a really like populated area. So if you're out in the boonies or somewhere in the sticks, you're probably not going to make a lot of money.
Okay. And last one here, Jonathan Adams. What are your thoughts on the Earns program on crypto.com app?
Earns programs are usually good. I haven't used that one particularly myself, but
So typically they're like these little quizzes you can do. It's like, hey, learn about Stellar Lumens, learn about Ethereum, and they basically pay you $2 to $5 for every little quiz you take. So I definitely would recommend just do the Coinbase Earn stuff. Just it's a free $50 to $150 in crypto that you can just change into Ethereum or any crypto you want, and then boom, you got free money. Bam. Why not?
Then, guys, where can the people find you and the course? I guess we can start with Miguel or Charlie, one of you guys.
Yeah, find us on YouTube, Cultivate Crypto on YouTube, basically. We give a lot of free information there. You can find the course through Fresh and Fit.
Click the link below, goddammit! Get it through us!
Click the link there, support Myron, support Fresh and Fit. We also support the Fresh and Fit channel. We love what you guys do. And hope you guys have the best success as well.
Thank you so much. What about you, Miguel?
And you can follow me at Dollar Cost Crypto on YouTube as well. And my Twitter is Dollar Cost Crypto on Twitter as well. So I'm always tweeting or shit posting here and there.
One thing I do want to mention is we've been getting a lot of, and this happens in crypto, from time to time, we've been getting a lot of people like on Instagram and on Twitter and some other spaces that are starting to make fake accounts. Okay. So like, if you're not sure if the account is real or not, right? Make sure if we're never going to send you a DM unless you contact us first, right? And so be very careful of that. Essentially, if you're not sure, go to our main YouTube channels and then you'll find our real, social medias from there.
And let me just say this real quick too, because you guys are being too damn humble about this shit. Guys, the course is $997, $1,000, which is fucking nothing. You'll get in. You'll learn how to use to what coins to buy, how to, long-term hold, trade, whatever you want to do. You're going to make that money back in a couple of days if you follow these guys' advice, okay? Because they're going to tell you what exactly to do, especially if you're like a guy like me that doesn't know too much about crypto. I told y'all already, I spent over 2 years, $56,177. My portfolio today, as of right now, this fucking second, $144,557. And I'm telling you guys that this is off of moves that Charlie told me to do. And I'm not even that heavy in crypto. You know what I'm saying? I just follow what they said, and bam, I almost tripled my portfolio while we're on a dip, guys.
Buy and hold.
Yeah, just buying and holding. And right now we're on a dip, and I've almost tripled my money. So, hey, it works. If you know what you're doing, you have experts that you can ask questions to like these guys. They're going to help do the work so that you don't have to, and then you just follow what they say. And they're going to give you guys 2 weeks of intensive coaching where they're going to tell you guys exactly what's going on with the market, all the secret sauce they can't put on YouTube. And the biggest thing is these guys are unbiased. They don't have any allegiance to any coin. They're just telling you guys, hey, this is how you make money, because a lot of scammers out here in the crypto world, and these guys have been doing it for a while. They've made several millionaires. Hell, you guys saw my portfolio tripled even in a fucking dip. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if you don't want to make money, it is what it is. But guys, crypto is the future. Even with guys that say fuck crypto, like Graham Stephan, Grant Cardone, etc., they all have Bitcoin.
And look,
all of them.
I was on the fence, man, until I saw your portfolio. I was like, holy crap. And that's what Charlie said. I'm doing it too.
And I'm a real estate investor, and I'm telling you how to get in crypto. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a crypto guy like that, but I'm telling you guys, it's undeniable that crypto will be the future, man.
Yeah.
So take action now, or be an idiot and be poor.
Stupid.
So it is what it is, man. You guys, some of you guys will spend $1,000 on some bitch that won't even suck your dick. Like,
actually, you might go to up, spend $1,000 and it's gone. You get some coins, stripper coins.
Facts, bro. Like, invest in yourself, man. So other than that, guys, we love you guys. Link is below. Get in the goddamn course. It closes when? On the 16th, you said, Charlie?
Yep, 16th at midnight Pacific Standard Time.
And then the first Zoom call is going to be when?
The 21st at I can't remember.
10
a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern is the first one on the 21st.
Get in before it closes, guys, because they do this every quarter, and you're not going to get the sauce, okay? And it goes up in price every quarter too. So take the money, invest it in yourself, and make that money back within a couple of days, man. Charlie, Miguel, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We love you guys.
Appreciate y'all, man.
And get the goddamn course, guys.
Peace.
Peace.